Josh here, and this video was sponsored by Envato Elements. They have the most incredible digital products library on earth, a video editor's dream, unlimited downloads, and you can get the first month for $9 in the link below. All right, let's get into this video. And what's up guys, Josh Olufemii here, live from LA, and we kind of have a long form kind of story time on set type of video going on today. I got my good bro Marquis Simmons on the line. Tell me specifically, you've been on set. You were specifically telling me a story about the difference between gunshots and firecrackers.
Oh yeah, so maybe about like 5 or 6 years ago, I got booked to do this music video for a very popular upcoming artist out of Chicago, well, out of Aurora, Illinois, and was in the process of looking for a location. And we found this amazing abandoned, little warehouse, like a house that was being renovated on the west side of Chicago, which is pretty much the Inglewood neighborhood. It's pretty rough, and it's still one of the most notorious neighborhoods in the country. It's very, very bad, very, very rough. But overall, we're shooting, and we had 3 models pull up, booked for the shoot. They had never been there before, never even seen it, nothing, completely blind and unaware. I'm fully aware, so where they are, they're not. So we start filming, everything's going well. And so far, so good. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you start hearing like 6 shots ring out. And it is, everybody stopped, just froze completely. Didn't know what was going on. And me, I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just firecrackers. It's not a big deal. But really, it was gunshots that went off. I can tell a difference, just in the pattern of, just the shells.
Yeah, what's the actual difference? Because we hear stuff all the time here, and I'm always, I don't know which one is which. I'm always just like, I'm gonna praise firecrackers.
Firecrackers linger. They linger and they're more spaced out. Gunshots, it was clap, 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 and they were getting closer and closer. And find out, one of the managers went outside to see what was going on, but we still kept filming all the way through. I had to tell the models that were there, hey, look, it's not a big deal. It's a block celebration. It's firecrackers. It goes off all the time. And it was really just gunshots going off. But at the end of the day, we got the shoot done. Everything turned out perfectly for the video. It ended up going viral online. But nonetheless, that's the difference between, gunshots and firecrackers. Firecrackers, fireworks, whatever you want to call them.
So say I don't have a lot of experience filming in neighborhoods like that. Mm-hmm. So you seem to feel pretty comfortable in that environment. Where you were at, when you heard noises like that, is it generally thought of like these guys are shooting in the air, or there's actually a battle going on?
In that neighborhood, in that part of town, each block has its own set of, gangs, gangs over there. And in that area that we were filming in, we were in a cul-de-sac, an abandoned cul-de-sac, and a few abandoned houses were around that area right next to a railroad track. So, and some of these, gangs are at war with each other. So I knew what was already happening. I knew, what was going on. Right when the gunshots went off, I already knew, because they had been going on from time to time. So, you have sets that are at war with each other. But I think in those specific cases, my focus was just getting the video done, because the environment that we were in for what we were trying to portray was perfect. It was great. I just wanted to get it done. And in that point, it was by any means necessary. Hey, just finish the video.
So it's all good. Everything's good. You were saying that people were warring with each other, but unfortunately, you guys didn't have anything to do with it. So you guys were
we had nothing to do with it. I think it's just something. Just growing up in Chicago, you kind of get used to it. But if it's anything in danger, then obviously we're out of there. But I think it was just so blocks away and so far over. We had nothing to do with that. So. It's just something that, it kind of just, for me, living in this environment, growing up in it, is kind of just, you're just kind of just, almost it becomes normal. So, but in that case, it was, I just wanted to get the project done. I wanted to get this video done. And I knew at that point, when gunshots like that go off, it's kind of a serious deal. But again, we're not involved in it. So
what I think that plays testament to is, as a filmmaker, I feel like you have to be bold. We've been talking about this as well, as far as like there's always a risk in getting that shot a lot of the time, especially when you're dealing with low budget stuff, when you're trying to skirt permits, or you're trying to skirt private property laws, like it's anything for the shot. And it's crazy how much that can pay off as well as not pay off if you're unlucky.
Right.
But
right.
Yeah, it takes a certain breed of person.
Right. And I think when you're in those situations, your main focus is to get the job done. Is to, hey, look, this is where we're in right now. You know, at that time, that's when the improv skills come in as a director, as a filmmaker. You know, you have to just get creative, you know. And I think at that point in time, you know, I got a little more creative. You know, I didn't pull off everything that I wanted, but it was, you know, hey, you know, at those time frames, you gotta start, you know, just start putting, you know, start tinkering with different creative ideas in the environment that you're in. So yeah, but again, video went viral. It was a great video. You know, it aired on it ended up getting maybe like 300 and something thousand views within like the first like 5 hours it was up, and I had no idea until the artist started texting me. So yeah, it was pretty quickly. It was one of the top Vivo premiere videos in that time frame. So it was circulating pretty quickly.
Dude, those are the type of videos that like it pays to hire like a BTS person on set. It'd be killer. It'd be killer extra content.
Yeah, but everybody was safe. But anyway, everybody was safe. So it was, you know, nobody got hurt. Everybody had a good time still, you know. But hey, you know, it happens. You know, it is what it is. It's part of the process.
Yo, this is the kind of stuff that like you tell stories like this to people in like the UK or Australia, and they're like, they freak out. And I'll be honest, like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be happy. But it's just like to someone that has no reference to you know, gun violence specifically, and just like specific types of neighborhoods, it's hilarious. I've seen that firsthand, and just like it's funny to. We all have different experiences. We normalize different things depending on how we grew up.
Yeah, it was normal. It was kind of like in passing to me. So, you know, but again, I'm aware of everybody else around me and people that have never been in that space before. So now I have to kind of, and it's all good. It's just firecrackers, but really it wasn't. It was gunshots. Yeah.
Real quick, last question. As far as shooting, as far as like shooting, right? Like specific genres of music, like I love hip hop. I think you shot a lot of hip hop vids, like specifically rap stuff. Like, are there specific topics that you, or specific types of artists that you steer away from, or that you specifically refuse to get involved with as far as the content of the music?
I'm there with you. Some artists, at the end of the day, you know, I look at it from a standpoint of I'm the director. You know, you know, they're coming to me for my vision. So a lot of people kind of just do, you know, bang, bang, shoot them up. You know, for me, let's get more creative. I try to push the artist to see if we can get a little bit more creative with what he's talking about. You know, kind of, you know, show a different side or different aspect of what they're talking about, tell a story about it. So that's the way how I look at it from that perspective. I was just an outright artist that's just, you know, kind of just, you know, just way, way, way out there, and it just wants to do it for the sake of just doing it. Then, you know, I'm not getting involved in that because it'll, you know, can backfire on you badly, especially as a creative, as a director. So for me, I always try to look for any hip hop song or any artist I'm working with, drill, you know, hip hop, whether it's East Coast, West Coast rap. I always trying to find a story in what they're saying. I always try to, you know, think about, you know, where they're coming from. I always ask them, you know, where were they at in this time of their life? You know, where were they feeling? You know, and that's where I always dive deep into. Because at the end of the day, they're coming to me to pull off their vision. Yeah. You know, so now it's in my hands to, you know, tell their story. You know, tell their version of how it happened or what happened. You know, so at the end of the day, that's how you have to flip it around. You know, I always flip back on them. I always talk to them and ask where they are and really just build that relationship with them, because I think that's so vital and so important in this industry that we're in. Once you have that, you know, they'll trust you with their life story at that point. So understand
their brand, still put your own spin on it, because they came to you because they like your style and your brand of art. But you need to, of course, I guess what you're saying, respect their brand, because their audience respects their brand. So you can't just go crazy and do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
I get it.
And that's the whole thing. That's what I do. So just understand their brand, understand where they're coming from, and dive deep into what, you know, was really going on in there, and tell that story, you know, and not just, you know, just do it for the sake of doing it. Because again, they're trusting you as the creative, as the director. So yeah.
That's interesting. I've had so many ideas of that, as far as like in my mind, I go from like wanting to be like an activist director all the time. I hate the word activist, but it's like,
there's nothing wrong with that, man. I'm like, I applaud it.
I'm like, if you want to do work with me, you can't cuss, you can't like use guns, you can't like do this and this. Like I have a whole list of things, and I'm still more that than the other, I think, as far as how someone would like look at me, but I've definitely had to like be a little bit more nuanced with kind of the black and white that I used to like. I remember, anyway, yeah, I've had a lot of stories where artists were kind of like, okay, come on, Josh, like.
I hear you, dude. Because when I first started off, I was like that, and
yeah,
and to sit here and say, you know, I look back on a lot of opportunities that I've turned down from working with a lot of big name artists that came out of Chicago. I was my early 20s, like in 2011, 2012, 2013, where the drill scene here was just picking up and taking off. And I look back on it now, you know, and I think I could have, you know, I was still working and working with a lot of artists, but I think in that particular time frame, I felt like I really could have told even, you know, better stories, you know, more stories, you know, if I had really branched out more. But now it's all about, you know, just taking their story and bringing it to life, you know. And again, your name is going on it, you know, Josh Olufemii, Marquis Simmons, you know, his name is going on the video. So we'll make it to the best of the best of your ability, you know. So, and that's the thing that I've taken away over the last several years of working in this industry. And being around so many creative people, you know, and again, I do have standards. I won't do anything, you know, over the top, you know, strong, explicit. That's something I stay away from. But, you know, at the end of the day.
Exactly. The true thing that I think that I've matured into, as far as like understanding what things to do and what not to do, is, it's never wrong to stand by whatever moral standards you have, right? But a lot of the time, I would crisscross not doing something because of moral standards when it was really just because I had creative standards or creative ideas that I wanted to do rather than another thing, right? So it's like, if you're morally against portraying a drug dealer in a positive light in your whatever hip hop video or whatever type of video you're doing. That's fine. That's, you know, you can just.
Right, well, there's like the one thing I've learned is that there was I'm going to say that there is always a reason behind what they're doing, and it's understanding kind of the why aspect of it. You know, as I got older, you know, I started to understand. Okay, now I understand
the why. Okay.
Yeah. But again, morally, I agree with you on that to a certain degree. Yeah, I definitely could understand why.
And there's the case for maybe it's just a really good story that needs to be told. And it's not even a glorification thing. It's just every case is different. It's a good conversation. I'm a lot less like one way about it, but it's interesting.
Right,
bro. That's dope. Thanks, man.